All right, so welcome everyone to the AI Automation Mastery Training. So this is going to be a 4 week training, and I'm hoping that you will be able to transform how you work, how you create, and how you think about AI from today. And you're also welcome to the Flowealth Academy family. We are growing and we're really big and we're really excited about this. Um, let's see if this will give us a really good view. Okay, so my name is Flowealth Nikoro. I am the founder of the Flowealth Group. So the Flowealth Group is a global organization. We are passionate about empowering individuals through education, entrepreneurship, and innovation. So I'm currently based in Canada, and I do have a regular full-time professional career. So don't think this is my full-time job. But I have a passion for teaching, for mentoring, and also giving back to my community worldwide. So that's why we're kind of doing this. I know someone had a comment and said, is this really free? Yes, we still have some people that give out free things. Okay, so I do a lot of mentoring for immigrants, for youth, and also serve a non-for-profit initiative around my community. So my mission is actually creating opportunity for underserved community to thrive in the digital economy. So we do this as part of the Flowealth Group. We have the Flowealth Academy. The Flowealth Academy is into digital skill training, career training for global learners. We have the Flowealth Foundation, which is a non-for-profit community development and empowerment foundation. Then we also have Flowealth Property. It's a word building, um, you know, organization where we build wealth through real estate and property management. So I also want to say that I have walked the same journey many of you are on today. You're juggling work, you're juggling family, you're juggling your dreams. My mission is actually to show you that the right skill and mindset you need it to be able to build a life of purpose, freedom, and impact when you have that right skills. And that's my mission, just to show you how these skills can impact your life in general. So, at the Flowealth Group, when you empower one person with knowledge, you transform a community. Now, what that means is today you are actually getting knowledge from this particular area. We're not going to expect that the knowledge stays with you. You need to be able to take the knowledge to your community and spread the knowledge out. So it needs to be like well, I call it a pipe where it flows. Don't just put the cover, you know, after you learn our AI training for the next 4 weeks. So make sure you get your community involved, inform them about the program, get people to register if we have openings in the future, and so on and so forth, and tell them about some of the trainings they can do with the Flowealth Academy that can change their life forever. So just going to the next one. So talking about our mission here and our vision and purpose, our mission is to provide accessible, high quality digital education that empowers immigrants, low income earners, and young people to build a sustainable global career through skills that matters in today's economy. Our vision is to be a global leader in inclusive education, and we're hoping to help 10,000 plus learners rise out of poverty and secure remote job, and also drive innovation across Africa and the world. So what we hope to do is we're hoping to bridge the skill gap, between, talented people and non-talented people, because soft skill these days is such an asset that no matter the job you have, when the world is moving forward, you have to move with it. And we're hoping that this will help create freedom, because this training will help build a bridge up to tools that can create freedom and opportunity for you. Imagine you going back to your work and you can do your work way better than your colleague. You're like the smartest person in the room. You're like the favorite employee because of what you know and what you've been taught. So we're hoping that we're not leaving anyone behind, because education will unlock potential. And let me close this out because, okay, so this is what your final project is going to look like. At the end of the second week, each of you are going to pick one area from these areas to work on as a project. So you're going to be learning about AI prompt engineering today. Next week, you're going to be learning about content creation and some automations with AI. The third week is going to be you presenting some of your project, because after the second week, there's going to be a project. So hopefully you're able to get that project done within the week before the Saturday class for the third week. And the fourth week, like I mentioned, is going to be more of testimonial review and feedback, and also like your final graduation. We might be taking some showcase of projects for like the best project that will feel like, oh, the whole team needs to know about this. This is really good. We're taking that in the fourth week. It's more like we'll be having our best graduating students for sure, at least our top 3. So make sure you pick a project that really showcase better skills, amazing skills, and so on and so forth, because you need to be able to like show us how good you are. Okay, so that is for that. We will find a way to get you to identify which project you want to work on, either through our WhatsApp group, but we need to do like a poll, or we can send you a form to identify, or we can just ask you. But just know that you will be grouped as well. So you'll be having like an individual project as well as a group project. So within your group, there's also going to be like a support, a project support person that will be in charge of your group. Okay, now let's start what we need to learn for today. It's been a lot of talking, I know. Let's go to the real training. This is the real deal. And I'm really excited for today's training because you'll be learning so much about what you know little about, in terms of AI. So introduction to AI and smart productivity tools. So in this training, we're hoping that you'll be able to understand AI fundamentals, the type of AI and real-world applications, the AI impact on our work and creativity, beginner-friendly AI tools, and prompt engineering basics. So you don't need to be a tech genius to use AI. You just need to be curious enough, have enough courage, and consistent with what you're doing. So what is artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer to perform tasks that normally requires human intelligence. So it's more like we're not at an age where whatever the human, not whatever, the AI is still growing. Some of the tasks that your brain could do and the computer couldn't, now the computer is trained to have some sort of intelligence to be able to navigate around those tasks. So that's why AI can be scary, but not so scary, which means that, for example, if you're in your workplace, so let's say you are being typing all along, or maybe what would be a good example to use? Yeah, for every meeting that your executive have, you are a personal assistant or an assistant of some sort. And after every meeting, they request for a meeting summary after the meeting. In the past, someone will have to, constantly listen properly in the meeting, type out the most important points, and provide a summary to an executive. But with AI, that job is going to slowly go away, because with AI, even in this meeting right now, at the end of this meeting, we're using Zoom. Zoom has an AI incorporated companion tool that summarizes everything we talked about in this meeting. So it's able to give us a summary. It's able to think like a human. It's able to listen to what we're saying, deduce what is important, what is not important, and give us an overall summary. So that's what AI intelligence or artificial intelligence is doing. So it's, the ability of computers to be able to perform that's normally a task that normally requires human intelligence. So now they understand the language, they're able to recognize patterns. They're able to solve problems and learn from experience. The good thing about AI is AI still needs human to be able to tell it what to do. So it's for now, it is garbage in, garbage out. So it kind of collects all the information, all the patterns it can deduce and use that to be able to create solutions that make tasks easier. So in other words, AI allows computer to think, learn, and act like humans. AI is not human yet. I don't know how human they will be, but AI is definitely not human. But they can make decisions with what they learn. They can understand context. Let me just hide this, sorry. And they can act like human. Just imagine having a twin. AI is almost becoming the human twin. So they can make decisions, they understand context, and they can improve over time. Yeah, so we'll be looking into like the different type of AI, so you kind of know where we are at in this age. So just a little bit of, so the next slide here. Um, this is more of an everyday example of AI right now. So everyday example, so when you ask ChatGPT a question, it understands your intent. So let's say you're asking ChatGPT why. I'm looking for a very good example. When you ask that, so or you ask it like, what is AI? Just general questions, right? It understands what your intent is. ChatGPT now knows, oh, you want to know what AI is. You want to know and have more like a definition, a little bit of explanation. You can tell it, give me examples, so on and so forth. So AI, it understands your intent, it processes the information that you give to it, and it provides an intelligent and contextual response. So, then AI is also able to make recommendations. Yeah, so for example, if you have Netflix, AI is able to analyze your viewing pattern. Like for some of you, my Netflix is gonna look different from your Netflix. And that's the same way the Netflix in like the US or in Ghana or Kenya is gonna look different from Netflix in Canada or Nigeria. Now, Netflix use AI, and it's funny because companies have been using AI for a while. It's just becoming popular because ChatGPT came in and it's now in the hands of everyone. But companies have been using AI for a very long time. Just imagine how your Netflix has been recommending, suggested movies to you. How long has that been? A long time ago, right? So everyday use can be recommendation system, recognition technology. iPhone has, or some phones have face recognition. Do you know how long that has been? It's been many years ago. So you're able to use your face to be able to open your phone and so on and so forth. So you can recognize, so the AI on your phone can recognize your unique facial features instantly and securely. So that is also AI, but we're looking into like what all of this, different examples fall into. So just a little bit of like evolution of AI. 1950 was the birth of AI. So just imagine like we were not born when AI, really started. It was first coined by computer scientist called John McCarthy, launching a new field of study. Then in 1990, or in the 1990s, there was early applications. So AI began, powering chess program like Deep Blue and early speech recognition system, which proved computer could master complex tasks. Then in the 2010s, AI went mainstream. So that's when we started having 2010 is like almost 15 years ago. Just imagine how forward, I'm not going to say behind, how forward we all are learning AI in today, 2025, or maybe you started learning AI in 2024 or 2023. AI started like way decades ago, right? So we have in the 2010s, we had the virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. They brought AI into millions of homes worldwide. Then the 2020s, which is now like the revolution, because this is where we are right now. Then we have the likes of ChatGPT, DALL-E, image generators, and automation tools where AI can now automate different tasks that humans have thought would never be automated before. And so now AI has actually transformed the way we work, the way we create, and the way we communicate. It's a good thing because it can shift our focus into more improvements, be more productive. Instead of doing manual tasks, AI can do those tasks and we can now use our brain for something else, pretty much. So you need to now start, carving out, now there is AI, what can I do? How can I use AI to leverage what I do or what I'll be doing in the future? So we're looking at a few of those things as we go along this course. Okay, now let's talk about the type of artificial intelligence. There are three types, which is, some of you will hear something like generative AI. That is, we're going to go into that. That is a branch of AI. That's like an area of AI. That's not like the type of AI. So one of the type of AI is narrow AI, which is like a weak AI. So when you feel like ChatGPT is powerful, it is not. It is still learning. It is just imagine if we have ChatGPT right now and it's called a weak AI, how much more what other AI tools will look like, right? So AI, this narrow AI is designed to perform one specific task or a limited range of tasks with exceptional accuracy and efficiency. So one of the things, one of the example of narrow AI is ChatGPT, face recognition, apps that we have on our phones and security systems now. Google Maps. So just imagine how long Google Map has been for the longest time. That's why these companies are making money, because they get on this technology or they get on this thing that you haven't heard before. They keep using it and you feel like, oh my God, how is Google Map able to like show you directions and understand so on and so forth? Because they put this data in it and it starts thinking, like a human and directing you to where you need to go pretty much. Yeah, so most of the AIs that we have today are actually around this narrow AI type. They are highly specialized tools that excel at specific tasks. They can't really do a lot of things yet. So that's why we have a lot of AI tools. You can see one tool is for like image generation, another tool is for like video generation. Yeah, so they are different. So they are just different tools to do different tasks. We're still moving into a more complex AI. So that's the second type of AI, and it's called the general AI. We are into this little by little. A lot of some of the narrow AI are trying to move a little bit advanced, but this general AI represents the artificial intelligence that can understand, learn, and apply intelligence to any problem, just like a human brain. Do we have something like that right now? Not really. So we don't have an AI tool that can fully solve any problem yet. But we are getting there. That's a good thing. We're getting there. So just like a human brain can solve problem, um, these general AI should be able to do that. So just our current state is we don't have a general AI that really fully exists yet, because AI tools cannot solve all the problems that we have right now. They can only solve specific problems that we have, and so that's how they fall into the narrow AI category. But however, tools like OpenAI and DeepMind are very close to becoming they're making significant progress around the general AI or the strong AI category type. Let's see what the future holds around AI. So the third one is a super AI. Now, super AI represents an artificial intelligence that surpasses human intelligence across all domains. right? So they are capable of independent thinking, creativity, and innovation at all levels human cannot reach. I don't know how that will look like. It's like a supernatural. Maybe that's why it's called super AI. But it's still not in existence yet. But just imagine how computer came into play. These things are not out of reach. They are coming. They're coming in the future. So you need to be on your toes. You need to start thinking, how do I use this? How do I take advantage of this? Whatever comes right now, it's not to kick you off or to like, oh my God, what am I going to do? No, it's for you to start looking into what are the solutions that, or how can I use this pretty much is the question you should be asking every day. And we'll be able to answer some of those questions for you in this training. So the current reality check on this one is we're not there yet. Super AI remains theoretical and is decade or more away from becoming reality. All right, so now let's talk about the key areas of artificial intelligence. So today's class, like I said, is going to be more on the foundation because you'll need all of this to be able to do next week, very complex training. Next week is more on generations, automations. You need the foundation. So in terms of our the different key areas of artificial intelligence, the first one is machine learning. You've heard of the word machine learning, maybe you have, but you're thinking, what does this really mean? So machine learning is more of like when a computer tries to learn from data. Machine learning is very data driven. So when the computer learns from data, it kind of improves its performance over time without being explicitly programmed for every task. There's a setting. So if you have, I'm gonna use like an example with ChatGPT. If you have ChatGPT, you give it a little bit of your history and you use your ChatGPT over time. Like right now, my ChatGPT will just say, "Hi, Flowealth," to kind of know where I'm going when I ask a question. Or is it like when you use like any AI tools, literally, um, where you put in the data, it kind of try to understand the data, improve the performance over time, and give you a result. So an example of how this work in real life is Netflix recommendation. The more movies you watch, the more horror movies you watch, you see that your Netflix will be filled with horror movie suggestions because they've studied your pattern from the data you gave to it. Or bank will detect fraudulent transaction by learning about normal spending pattern. For let's say, for example, your card, you are in, let's say you're in Nigeria and your card is being used in Saudi Arabia, and someone is trying to, or someone just spent 1 million naira from your card, and you're like, "Ah." Anyway, so AI will notice that, or the bank system, which are usually incorporated with AI, will notice that this is not your normal spending. So it detects fraudulent transactions. And for me personally, my bank, even when I'm paying for anything, like even subscriptions, your bank will send you some sort of notification to say, hey, is this you? Say yes or no. Some banks are not there yet, but some of them are there. The same way a lot of people have advanced in AI 15 years ago, we're learning about AI right now. So some people will use this tool first before some people, get to know it. So you learning AI today, you're already ahead of thousands of people that are still trying to understand, how do I use this? What is this all about? And they're freaking out about it. So this for some of you that shop online, and another example of machine learning will be e-commerce like Amazon, or trying to look for another AI tool, maybe Alibaba or AliExpress will suggest products to you based on your browsing history, based on what you've been searching for, over time. So they kind of learn from the data you give to it. So running up quickly is deep learning. It's another area of artificial intelligence. So deep learning um, is that AI that thinks like a brain. So deep learning uses artificial neural network inspired by human brain to process massive amounts of data and recognize complex patterns. An example is more of facial recognition. Who will ever think that something can recognize your face aside from people that know you? Right? So the same way you recognize the face of your brothers, your sisters, AI is literally like that now. So AI, if you show AI your face, or if you show some of the AI, some of the tools that uses AI, your face, or some information, they're able to say, okay, this is this person, this is this person. Another example of tools that use that is the Facebook. Facebook will automatically identify your friends in your photos using sophisticated neural network. Autonomous vehicles like Tesla autopilots is able to detect traffic lights, pedestrian crossing, road signs, in real time. So it's just amazing. I don't think I've been in any Tesla that autopilots itself, but I've seen one. But it's just amazing how you see no driver. You'll be like, oh my God. A lot of people freak out when they see that. I did too. But yeah, but that is where we are right now, right? Okay, so another one is smart organization. Google Photos, if you do have some on your phone, for those of you that use Android, I really love, even if you use iPhone, um, Google Photo will suggest pictures. It will recognize faces from pictures. I have my Google Photo, categorized by the face of each person. So if you're in a particular picture, it just groups all your pictures in that. So that's these companies, these big tech companies already using AI to work. While we feel like they are genius, but they are though. But yeah, we're gonna catch up with all of that pretty soon as we keep learning. So natural language, I'm going to really run really fast here because I want us to go into more on prompt engineering. So natural language processing, this is also an area of artificial intelligence. And this allows computer to understand, interpret, and generate human language. So it enables machine to communicate naturally with us. Natural language, for example, is ChatGPT having conversations and answering your questions, Siri, Alexa, Gmail, Smart Compose, predicting your next word. Yeah, because when you're trying to type, if you say, if you're trying to type, let's say progress, your Gmail will, automatically just type it for you. Or sometimes it will suggest it for you and say, is this what you're trying to say? So that is natural language processing. It's processing your language. And customer service chatbots, which we'll be learning about too in this training. And we are where they handle 24 hours inquiries. So that is more on the natural language processing side. Computer vision. I don't know if a lot of you know, Facebook now have something vision. I forgot what they call it. But even the Apple, a lot of companies, the tech companies, they have this vision tool. Anyway, we're gonna get there though. But yeah, so computer vision, this is more like teaching your machine to see, right? So computer vision enables machine to interpret virtual information from images and videos, especially giving AI the power of sight. An example will be your security and access, where your Face ID is able to unlock your phone. It's because it's able to recognize your facial features. Retail innovation, Amazon store is able to scan items as you shop. So Amazon Go store automatically scan items as you shop. So no checkout line requires. Oops. So traffic management, where your smart cameras, for those of you that have traffic and smart cameras, is able to detect vehicles and license plates. So if you live in maybe like Canada, the US, nobody's going to stop you on the road. No police is going to stop you. They have cameras and traffic lights that detect whether you're speeding and so on and so forth. Yeah, so they're able to detect even your plate number, and you get served a ticket, which you have to pay because that's how the system works. All right, so then creative generation, this is Dell-E, Midjourney. Hopefully we're able to cover some of these tools where they create stunning images from text descriptions. So it's more like you give it a text and you teach the machine to be able to turn those texts into something that, is virtual, something you can see. All right, then we have generative AI. A lot of you can relate to this term because it's very popular. It's all of those videos production that you see online, those image creation. We're going to spend a lot of time in this generative AI to be able to know how to use it. Even music composition using Suno AI to create a unique album, um, you know, list of song. You can literally become a musician in this day and age right now without a keyboardist, without a band, without even a mic, so on and so forth, with these generative AI tools. Then text generation, where you can create blog posts, emails, creative stories, and just bring your ideas to life. The another session is the area of AI is robotic. In a few minutes, we'll be going on a little bit of a break where I need to ask you guys questions just to be sure you're still there. But robotic is the intelligence meets mechanics. Robotic is used a lot in the auto industry because it combines artificial intelligence with mechanical engineering to build machines that perform tasks, you know, autom autonomously from factory floors to operating rooms. An example of robotic, for some of you, if you go online, I have friends that work at Amazon warehouse. Amazon, some of their warehouses, mostly all they use robots. These robots are able to lift boxes. They are able to, take something to you. They know that you are there. It's just on another level. So, that's another area of AI where robots are able to perform tasks that humans will naturally perform. So now just imagine robots are able to lift things. You can send them, they're already programmed to know that, oh, they need to move this way to drop these items. So that kind of, replaces some of the things humans can do. So, AI ethics, so that's building responsible technology. In an AI world, you want to make sure that, you understand some ethics in AI. When AI came, a lot of companies got charged, sued, even till now, like there's still a lot of cases with all the big tech companies, but it's your job to be able to understand how you can safeguard yourself, because right now people can use your face to do anything, literally anything. They can use your face. People can use your voice to do anything as well. So yes, but you want to understand what the ethics is around AI, you know, the bias, the fairness, the transparency. I'm not really going to go much into that, but like privacy protection, human impact, and some of these AI tools are really good because they get you to they actually restrict some of the things you can do. If you try using ChatGPT to talk about some topics that are, a harm to a country or something, it will not respond to you, literally. They are in a way programmed to sometimes, restrict how you use it, or how some people will use it for evil things, because they get some of these really bad court cases. All right, so for you using AI, you want to make sure that you're following some degree of ethics. You're not biased, you're fair, you're also protecting yourself. Before you can even do like a video, some of the video apps, they tell you to accept some terms and conditions. It's just where we are at right now, but we're just there. Okay, so AI in our daily life, you can use AI to communicate, social media, shopping on Amazon recommendation, banking, transportation, education, and healthcare as well, and so on and so forth. So right now, imagine we have doctors before, and now this is my personal example. I have literally used AI to be my lawyer in like a court case. Literally, I asked AI like, hey, what do I do? Am I going to win this case? And AI said, yes, you have it kind of just gave me all the rules. So AI is able to search all the legal books now. I could have employed a lawyer, but AI literally just took the job of that lawyer for that particular case, right? Or another good example, now people even use AI now to give them what I to give them advice about life, about their businesses. You can ask AI, oh, what is the most and this is more on the la the machine learning side of it, where you give it data and it kind of understands you and kind of starts, you know, acting better to suggest to you. But you can ask AI even general questions where you say, okay, what is the best business to go into right now? How do I build the business? Normally, you will need a business consultant for that in the past, but no. So that job is slowly going away. Okay, even social media right now, like it's so hard to start a YouTube channel in the past, but now you can start YouTube channel without even showing your face with some of the AI tools that we have out there, and hopefully we're able to look into some of that as we go. All right, so these are some of the examples for the productivity. We talked about ChatGPT, Canva Magic. I'm going to be doing a little bit of some practical for maybe two of these tools. Before we go into prompt engineering, let me check with you all first that you are still here, and I'm sure you're all alive for sure. I am going to stop recording for now while we go into some Q&A session. Awesome. Okay. So we're talking about prompt engineering, 101, because prompts can be, it can be deep, literally. But there are a few things that we need to know when we write prompts. So prompt engineering is the art and science of crafting effective instructions for AI tools. Please make sure you're muted. Please mute yourself because we're currently recording. So think of it as learning the language that helps AI understand exactly what you need. So you want to be able to understand the language that AI can use. You need to be able to communicate that language to AI through prompts. Okay, so so the quality of your prompts directly determine the quality of your AI response. So if you want AI to give you a t-shirt that is blue in color, that has your face in it, or or that has, you know, whatever you want AI to give to you, you need to tell it and you need to be able to explain it to the AI. So don't forget that at the beginning of this class, we talked about what AI is. It's a machine that tend to act as human, think like a human, act as a human, and does tasks like humans. So the better the prompts, the smarter the response. So when you see people come up with some really awesome visuals, it's all in the prompts. Even if you want AI to give you a business plan, it's all in your prompts, right? So master these skills and you'll be able to unlock AI full potential to help you work smarter, faster, and more creatively. So just going to my next slide there. Now, when it comes to prompt, there are 4 parts of prompt framework. The first one is you want to be able to tell AI what role it needs to play. If you're on social media a lot, you will see some social media managers say, I gave AI this prompt. Act as a social media manager, blah, blah, blah. So one of the things AI understand is tell it how it should act like. Tell it who it should mirror, what role it should act. Should it act as a lawyer? Should it act as a banker? Should it act as a secretary? Tell it what to act as. You can say act as an engineer, or you can say act as an experienced engineer and tell me blah, 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 right? So that's the first thing your prompt, a very important thing your prompt needs to have. Give ChatGPT the role it needs to act as. Then the second thing your prompt needs to have is the task. Now tell it what you want it to do. For example, act as a social media manager and give me 3 Instagram captions for my business. Now, if you do that, you have a prompt. That is a prompt. Now, the AI tool you're using does not know what your business is about. It has nothing, it has no information about you. So you shouldn't end there. So you want to give it a task, what it needs to do. Trying to think of another example. So let's say you act as a or act as a cybersecurity expert and tell me the tools I can use to be able to curb what's it called? Insecurity or whatever in my organization. Right? But you need to give it a task to do. So that's the second part of it. Then context is one of the most important part, and a lot of people struggle a lot in this area because you're just so tired to type, or you're so tired to give it a prompt. You tell it the role, you tell it the task, and you tell it what's the information surrounding the situation. So if you wanted to write 3 Instagram captions for your business, tell it what your business is about. My business is about Flowealth Academy. I do AI and tech courses. I train people. I want captions that we're able to promote my course, blah, blah, blah. Give it some sort of context, right? So give it background. Like when I give a prompt to an AI tool, I sometimes, depend on what it is. Like I do have a channel called Healing True Words, where I do motivational and more, but it's like a Christian page as well as an inspirational page that kind of help with mental health, life advice, so on and so forth. When I write prompts, maybe for ideas or business ideas, I kind of tell it, this is what I do. This is what my page is about. This is what my audience look like. My audience are people looking to change their life emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. Give it some sort of context. The more information you give to AI, not the more information, you can give it useless information. The more valuable information you give to the AI tool, the better your prompts. You will see that by next week, when we start doing image generation, you will see that some people's images, like the same idea we all have, but different prompts is going to give us different visuals, right? Because your visuals is the quality of your prompt. We're going to be doing some testing today. The fourth aspect is the output format. So specify how you want it. After you tell it, oh, act as a digital marketing expert, write 3 Instagram captions for my business. My audience are young entrepreneurs aged 25 to 35. You can tell it, give me in bullet points, or give it to me as a Word document, or give it to me in an Excel file, or give it to me in a PDF file, or give it, or just give it more like, how do you want this to be presented, right? Or you can also tell it, give me this as an image, right? So tell it an output format that you want to see. So what does a weak prompt look like, and what does a strong prompt look like? A weak prompt would be like, you just put it like, write about AI. AI is so broad, right? So you can't just say write about AI, or tell me about cooking business. What kind of food? Is it cooking business, intercontinental dish? Is it Nigerian food? Is it Canada food? Like, you need to give it more information, right? So a weak prompt is too vague, is too open-ended, no clear direction, is missing context and constraint, and it's also, you're going to get unpredictable results. A strong prompt is very specific. You tell it act as a as a business strategist and write a 200-word blog post on how small businesses can use AI to save time and increase revenue. You can see how you're giving it a task. You want a blog post, right, on how small businesses can use AI to save time. And that's a little bit of context. Then include 3 examples, right? You're giving it more instructions on what you need. So this particular prompt is strong because it's very clear on what you need. It's expertise defined, specific task with word count, focus topic with clear value and concrete deliverable requested. Okay, so let me exit out of this. And some projects will look like, we're going to be looking into some prompts now. You'll be given some tasks you can do, social media caption, write prompts on it, virtual design, where if you want professional social media graphics, you can actually put prompts in and get, what's it called, the design. Then content summary, if you're looking for articles, your prompts will be able to give you the article that you need. So just wanted to make sure we are in our assignment phase. Just trying to check the last one. Okay. Okay, so just a little bit of a recap. This is going to be your homework for this week. We're going to be keeping it really light. But what we're expecting is you are able to generate AI, an AI, what I call it, a masterpiece. So give me a prompt, right? So first of all, you're going to give us a prompt, a very well-structured prompt, for an AI tool. If you want to start exploring AI tools before we jump into it next week, you can do that. But what we're looking for is your prompt should be able to, if you want it to give you like a post, an image, or a summary, whatever it is, your prompt should be able to deliver what you want. So what I'm looking for is I need something advanced. When I mean advanced, something that blows my mind away. If you're creating a post, make it really rich, right? If you're creating an image, make your prompt like rich enough to give me like an excellent image, right? If you're doing like a summary, make it so like there's some prompts you put in there, it arranges your work really neatly. It tells it, how you want it to be presented, so on and so forth. So there is no constraint on what you are to deliver before the next class, and everything should be in by Thursday of this week. Now, where do you submit this? This will be going into the private Facebook group that we have. When you put it there, when you have the prompt and the whatever deliverable you have, put it in there. And I'll also be creating a space in our Learn Word platform. Just in case you have documents, you can also put it there. So for each of your groups, we will assign a group, we'll assign a coordinator to like be responsible to ensure that everybody have their task in there. So you can decide to assign a coordinator yourself as we go back into the WhatsApp group, or you can let me do that for you. Okay, so do we have any question? I'm gonna stop sharing while I kind of see your faces. Any question? Did I see yes there? And I can keep track of. Okay. Who has a question? I can listen to it. Yeah, so please fill out the attendance. The link is on the drive. Sorry, not drive, like the link is on the chat. So we have 5 more minutes. I'm gonna be doing like a Q&A session just to be sure you understand. So if you don't ask, okay, Uma, do you have a question? Go ahead.
Thank you very much. That was a wonderful class, to be honest. Very interactive, very social. The grammar is fluent. You are carrying everyone along. To be honest, you are one of the best tutor I ever met in the course of my study in this life. That was wonderful, to be honest.
Thank
And
you.
uh, right before the class commence, you ask us our perceptions, or rather, what and what do we think we can learn? So, in the course of the first class, to be honest, what I have learned is much, much beyond my expectations, to be honest. By profession, I'm a chemist, that is chemistry, currently a PhD student here in Kano Bayer University, and I have a passion in learning so many things related to computer science. So that part of issue of machine learning is one of the places that actually drawn my attention. I say, oh, actually you can be both chemist and a computer scientist at the same times. So it
Yeah.
was indeed a remarkable, and I have learned more than words can say, to be honest. Issue of the AI itself, it is actually now that I'm learning what the AI is. Initially, we were just thinking like, oh, AI is here to replace humans. And in the course of this class, I've learned that, of course, AI comes to stay, but AI is just here to complement the human effort. It's just
Mm-hmm.
here to make our life much, much easier, even though one has to be extra careful not to allow AI to take his or her cognitive intelligence. But
Yeah.
when you properly use the AI, definitely you will move into where you want to achieve. So far, I think that is the input I have. Not a question, to be honest, but I'm overwhelmed with happiness, and I'm really happy that I'm here. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you for your feedback. That's awesome. Yeah, so any questions, comments?
Oh, okay, please can you reshare the link for the Facebook?
Where on earth is that link? Let's see. So, does anyone have it? It's on the, I think I might be the fastest person to find it. It's fine. I have it. So let me share it here. Hmm. So for those of you that don't know how to, like you're wondering, you're asking, yes, you're asking how do you submit your assignment or how do you access this record? And this record is going to be available on the LearnWorld platform. I already shared the link in this class. So hopefully someone can share the link again so that if you're not registered, if you're able to sign up, when you sign up, you have access to the course. We do have one video there. Then this other one is going to be there for you as long as well as your assignment. So you'll be it's a really nice bit place to, well, I say place to be or platform to use where you're able to submit your assignments, you're able to interact with your fellow you know, classmates and all of that. But maybe in the course of the week, if you are struggling to, you know, navigate around that, I will maybe do like a small 5 minutes video just to teach you how to move around things in that platform. But in the meantime, please sign up quickly. So what you just sent is the attendance. Yes. So the last link that is shared right now is a sign up. So just sign up there and you should be able to get into the course. And where we'll be having these recordings as well in there. Wallace, you're asking where you can sign your attendance. I think we have some moderators on the chat. You guys are doing a really amazing job. So please reply their questions around where to sign up and attendance related questions as well. Okay. Let me just be sure I have covered everything. And one of the things I went to do today was to show you an example, but I think it's more on, we'll be doing that a lot next week. So I'll just leave that for next week. Example of like prompts and how this prompts can, form either quality response or quality feedback or not. Well, yeah, I am really excited for next week class. What are we going to be covering next week? Let me just actually share that with you first before I let you go. In our class for next week, let's see. I'm thinking where that is. So I'll be looking into social, like content creation with AI, as well as more introductory automation with AI. Because the class is going to be so packed, we'll most likely start exactly the time we need to start. I will communicate the time with you all. Today, we have different time zones, so I was not able to yeah, I got my time all mixed up. But we'll have an exact time. I'm going to communicate it and we'll all agree on those times. And for next class, unfortunately, we'll have to work with only the people we have here. Any other person not in this class, you've already missed out on our introduction. You might have to just wait till we're done with this set to be able to, catch up. Like I want to make sure that everyone has information from the beginning to the end. You can't really come halfway because you'll just be lost, literally. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. If there is no other question, I think we'll call it a day. Let's see here.